Yeah. So Muzaffar and Raj, previously what we had discussed in our classes. So we started with conditional statement where we have seen if condition and where we were able to check one condition itself. And after that, we have gone through the if else statement where we have a chance of execute two kind of statements like if condition is satisfied, we can execute a particular set of code, and if condition is not satisfied, we will execute a particular set of code. So that's where we use it, that if else condition. And after that, if I want to check the multiple condition, there we took the if else if statement where we can write multiple conditions and we can validate it. And after that, the similar way we have one more conditional statement which is called a switch statement, where we can use the where we can check the multiple condition similarly to the if else if statement. So after that, we have moved to the looping conditional statements, which are for loop, while loop, do while loop. And after that, we have seen one more looping condition, looping statement, which is called as for each loop. So where we have seen how to iterate the for each loop easily with the collection, which is a, we took the example as a array. So that's what we had a discussion last we had discussion last week, and this time we I'm going to explain one of the very important topic in C Sharp, which is called as methods. So you guys can mute for some time, and if you want to have ask something, you can ask your questions, Raj and Muzaffar. So here, the next topic what we have in our C Sharp is methods. So before jumping into the explanation of a method, let's see why we need to use the method and what are the importance of this method. Then you can easily understand what is this method and how it is useful in our C Sharp program. So let me go to the Visual Studio. So these are all program we have written last week. So here I am declaring integer integer a equal to 10 comma b equal to 20. I declare, and also I can declare c as another variable. C b, initially I am declaring as a 0 here. So I have declared three variables a, b, c. For A, I have assigned 10 as a value. For B, I have assigned 20 as a value. For C, I have assigned 0 as a value. The same statement I can able to declare like this: int A equal to 10, or int B equal to 20, int c equal to 0. Like that also we can able to declare. But so just to give just for you understanding, or for your knowledge purpose, I am just declare like this, because this is the another way where we can declare same kind of data type values here. So because A is the same integer data type, B also same integer data type, and C also same integer data type. Instead of declaring the three lines here, I can able to do like this as well. So here I am just declaring the three variables here. My intention is I want to perform the addition of these A and B values, and I want to display the sum as a result. That is my intention here. Here what I'm gonna do is C equal to A plus B I am declaring like this. Now console.write. So here I am declaring that the sum of A and B value is 0, and here I am giving the C as a value. So this is one thing. And this is the simple line of code where we can where we can write in CSharp, and I'm going to run this program and see the output. So we got the output as the sum of A and B values is 30. So we were able to see the output here. Let me write some more line of code here. So here what I'm going to do is I'm going to declare three more variables: D, E, F. I'm gonna declare the three more variable D, E, F. Now I want to get the sum of those two values as well. Then what I need to do? I need to write this line of code saying that F equal to D, E, and again I need to write console dot write line the sum of D, E value is F. So this is how I can able to get the sum for these two values. Okay. Now I can able to see the sum of D and E value is 30. Like that I can able to see it. So again, if I want to sum the two more values, okay, what I need to do is I need to declare the variable like this, and I need to write the code, and I need to print the output. So here, Muzaffar or Raj, are you able to, like, what I mean to ask here is, uh, do you able to identify any code which is repeating here? Do you able to identify? Are you able to identify what is the code repeating here?
Console or write line is repeating.
Console data write line is repeating. Okay. So again, if I want to do the sum, again I need to write one more line of console dot write line that gonna be repeating here. Okay, and at the same time, see the this is the C equal to A plus B. Same functionality we are doing here. F
Yes.
equal to D plus E. Same functionality we are doing. Okay, so same code we are writing, but we are repeating the same thing. Here also we are doing the sum, and here also we are doing the sum, and here also we are printing the value, and here also we are printing the values. Okay, so now if we want to reduce the lines of code, and if we want to make use of one particular method or function to perform this kind of activity, it's gonna be helpful for our code reusability. Okay, let's see how we can do that, so that I can give the definition for the method. Okay, so here what I'm going to do is these are my values. Here after the main statement, I'm going to declaring one method. So we know previously we saw how to declare a method and how to call a method. We already seen that one, but let me repeat the same in this example as well. So public void, my method name what I'm going to give is add. Here I'm passing two integer variables. A are like x comma integer y, integer x, integer y. it is taking two parameters. Okay. Once it is taking two parameters, what we are performing here is control.writeLine. The sum of given two value is x plus y. Okay. So here, what we gonna do here is let's make it as a static method. Okay. And here I am passing a comma b as a values, and same I can call and pass the d comma e value. Okay. So here I'm gonna change it to 50, 60. Okay. I'm going to execute the line of statement. Two. So if you're able to see here, previously we used four lines of code, and we now what we did is we have written this method, and whenever we want to make a call for that method and passing the values, we are just doing like this: add a comma b, add d comma e. Those two values will come here, and it will sum those two values and they print the output like this. The sum of given two values is 30, and other method when we call by passing the two more values, the sum of given two values is 110 here. Okay, so this is how we can reduce the number of lines of code, and at the same time we are reusing our code here. So Muzaffar.
Yeah, Madan bhai, I'm having a doubt. In public static void main, can you move this console window?
Yeah,
Yeah. In this one, in the we are passing int x comma y.
correct.
Why we are not passing int a comma y?
This is just a variable name. Raj,
Okay.
Raj, can you please mute for some time? Raj, I'm getting.
Yes, ma'am.
So if you see here, the previously the code will be like this, Muzaffar.
Yes.
So previously we have written this line of code to get the sum. Okay.
Okay. Yes.
Now what we are doing is instead of writing this one, we are creating one method. Okay. And for that method, whenever I want to call that method, I am passing the values. So I here for this calling add method, while calling this add method, I am passing the a as a one parameter, okay, and b as another parameter, okay.
अभी 1 घंटे 2 घंटे का.
Now,
Okay.
so now this a and b values will come and replace with this x and y. This
Okay.
a
For D
and
and E also we'll
it will
pass
be the like,
another.
yeah, for d it will replace with the x, and for e it will replace as a y. Even if I create one more two more variables with the like p and q, If I pass, if I call those two methods like this, for example, G H I. So so if I want to call this add method to get the sum of G comma H, G comma H, this G is gonna replace with the X and the H will go replace with the Y. So this J will come here and this H will come and replace with the Y.
Okay, okay, Madan bhai. So how it's performing means with this x plus y we are giving at the end.
Yes, yes. Here itself, instead of declaring one more value, here itself I am sum those two input values as x plus y, and it will give as a sum.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright, Madan bhai.
So here, my intention to explain this concept is why we need to go with the method. We will see like how we can declare a method, but we need to understand what is the need of creating a method. So here I am explaining that if I want to perform the simple operation like summing of two values, I am writing this line of code. And again, if there is a need of summing of the two values, I am writing this line of code. And again, if I need the summing of two values, I need to write these two lines of code. So
Then
in this,
instead of avoiding these lines, we are, method function is the main reason is you can directly call the function directly console and write line sum of all x plus y. That is the right.
no, no. So here we are only repeating code is the console dot write line. But
So to avoid that, we are using method function,
yes,
calling a
yes,
method.
correct. Here we are not saying that we to avoid that console dot write line. We are creating the function. That is not the correct. But what I am trying to explain here is so anything I want to perform one operation. So that might be called repeatedly. So general definition is I want to do any kind of operation. So assume that I want to send a email from my application. Okay. At that time, what we can do, so when someone registered in my application, there is a need of sending an email, right? And if someone paid some amount through my application, there is a need of sending an email. And if someone seeking any inquiry or seeking any help from the website, that time also we need to send an email, right? Here, sending an email is a common for different activities. You understand, Ras?
Yeah, yeah,
So sending an email is a common task where we are calling differently in different situation. Okay. So if I want to achieve the same kind of thing in my application, so if I write, for example, first time I write one code saying that sending email while registration. Okay. And this piece of code will occupy, assume that this piece of code will take 20 lines of code. Okay. And again, there is a need of sending an email. As I said, if someone pay some amount, so then I need to write 20 lines of code to send an email for the confirmation. Again, if there is any help seeking from the user, then again the 20 lines of code we need to write. Instead of here, if you assume the three scenarios for our application to send an email, we are writing 60 lines of code, right?
yeah.
So 20, 20, 20, 60 lines of code I am writing. So now how we can reduce the code, how we can reduce the number of lines of code, or how we are reusing the code here is what I can do is simply whatever we did here for this add method. Similarly, I can say write an email method or something like this. I can create a method. Okay, here the 20 lines of code, right? I can write it here. Whatever the 20 lines of code I want to write, I can write it. Now I need a scenario. I have a scenario to send an email. Now I can call this method and I can reuse this 20 lines of code to send the registration email. Again, there is a need to send the payment confirmation. Well, now what I can do is I can call this email method by passing some more required parameters, and I can use this 20 lines of code to send the email confirmation. Again, if someone asking some help, I need to send an email. Again, I can call this method and I can reuse this 20 lines of code instead of 60 lines of code. Now we are handling our application with 20 lines of code.
But parameters should be same for that line, right?
Parameters might be different. See here to distinguish
Space
that
separate parameter, space
uh,
separate parameter, separate parameter.
yeah, no, here to distinguish, so see, like to send an email, what we need a like two email address, and from email address we need, and at the same time subject we need, okay, and at the same time content we need, okay. Here, while registration, the content might be different, but right, but the sender and the receiver fields are common only. Okay. So while calling this method, for the subject, whatever the registration I want to send, that subject I am going to pass, and whatever the body content I want to write for this registration, I will pass this value, and at the same time, if I dynamically send this email, automatically it will work for the registration, and it will work for the payment, and it will work for the queries as well. Okay. So any questions Raj here?
No, no, no.
So basically the
No,
intention,
one doubt is the body is same,
no, no,
but
body also different.
I
Body
mean
also,
the 20 lines of code is it is same for everything, but the parameter will be changed regarding to the
correct,
function,
correct.
right?
Yes, yes. So regarding to the, see here, while registration, the subject might be
Same, but
thanks for registering the make mission. Okay. And body, we can pass the values as hi Raj, thanks for registering the make me sharp. We are glad to inform you that you registered into the make me sharp. That content I
yeah,
can
yeah,
pass it. Okay. But for the payment, that will be different. So
different.
thanks
But
for
the
your payment. That will be the subject at that time.
structure is same, but the parameters of subject will be different. Yeah.
Yes, yes, correct. So here, based on the passing the values, here I can declare my method similarly like this. See how I can declare a method is string sender, string receiver, okay, string subject, okay, string body. Now, if I while calling this method email method, I can send some registered some sender email ID, some receiver email ID, and whatever the registered subject I want to pass, I can pass it here, and whatever the registration body I want to pass, I can pass it here. Similarly for the payment, okay, and similarly for the like helper queries, I can pass it. So this 20 lines will be reused here. So this is how we are reusing our code to simplify the our application development. So I can't go and write every time, send email 20 lines of code whenever I need. So that is not a good practice to write a code here. So what we need to do is we need to identify whether this whatever the code we are writing is reusable code or not. So if it is a reusable code, what we need to do is instead of repeatedly writing that lines of code, create a method and use it or call it whenever we need. So that is the importance of functions or methods in C#.NET. Basically, we are taking the advantage of methods to code reusability. Code reusability is the one of the key feature to work with the methods. So if I write one method, whenever I need, I can give a call and I can get the output. So how many times you need, that many times you just give a call and it will respond to you and it will provide the output. So that is the advantage of this creation of methods. Okay. So I'm just giving the introduction before jumping into the method and the other details. I'm giving an idea to you guys. What is the importance of methods? Then I can tell you how we can create a method, how we can pass a method, what are types of methods are there. That all I can explain to you. So before that, I'm giving introduction. What is the importance of methods? So Muzaffar and Raj, did you guys understand about this?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Now let's move to the concept of method and how we can work with the method. So to create a method, let's open the document. Okay. So here, this is the so once we declare a method or define a method, this is the structure of a this is the structure we need to follow here. So we need access modifier, we need a return type, and we need a method name, and we need a list of parameter, and we need opening braces and closing braces, and in between whatever the code we want to write, we can write it. So this is the basic structure of a method. So let me repeat again. To define or declare any method, we need this kind of syntax here. So we need access modifier, we need a return type, we need method name, and we need a number of parameters. And we need opening braces and closing braces, and in between we can write whatever the code we want to write. So let's go and see our add method here. Let's remove this payment method and this lines of code, and here we declare a method. In our document we are seeing access modifier. Here this public is called as access modifier, and return type void is called as a return type here. Method name add is called as method name, and the parameters. Here this int x, int y are called as parameters. Int x
That
and
is
int.
the main thing. Not our object, right?
Yes, the intention of the static is to avoid creation of a object to call a method.
Okay.
Okay, so this is the structure here. So in order to simplify the thing, we can write a method like this, and if I want to call this method, you need to create the object for our program class, and then only you can able to call this add method if you
Yeah.
remove that static method. And you can also give the static before the public as well. So if we give like this, we can satisfy entire thing. Access modifier we have, return type we have, and method name we have, and parameters we have. And it has the opening braces and it has the closing braces, and in between whatever the code we want to write and how many lines of code we want to write, all we can write in between the opening and closing braces. Okay, so this is the syntax which we need to follow to declare a method. Okay, so here we have types of methods. Let's give an kind of examples of what are types of parameters are there. So method with parameter, method without parameters. So we can declare a method with parameter or without parameter. Means here we declare a add method by considering two integer parameter. I can declare one method without taking any parameters as well. So let me create one more method. So how we can create a method? We need access modifier. For now, just understand that this public is the access modifier. I will give the details of what is the access modifier and how many types of access modifiers are there. That all I will give in detail in next session. So for now, just understand this. Public is the access modifier and void is a return type, and here I am writing this print. I'm just writing one method which is print. It is not taking any method, any parameters here, and we are just writing this console.writeLine. Here I am writing this. This is sample print method. This is sample print method. I'm just writing this one. So if I want to call this method, so what I need, if I want to call that method with the object, I can create the object and I can call. And if I directly want to call, just you can write static. You can go here, just type print. Okay. Now you can call this print method and you can able to get the output. So this is the sample print method. So we call that one and it will execute here and it will produce the output. Okay. So here our print method not accepting any parameters. It's a just method which is taking no parameters or which is not taking any parameters. Okay. And if you see these are the this is the method which is called as add method, which is taking the two integer parameters. We can create one more method which is taking three integer parameters, or we can take one more method to take the two string parameter. Like that, whatever our requirement, based on that we can create our methods. So basically, methods with parameters and methods without parameters are two different methods here. So methods with parameter and methods without parameter. So if I call this print as a method without parameter, it is not taking any parameters here. This add is taking the two parameters of integer. So there is no restriction. There is no restriction here to create same data types. So I can create my one method. I can create my own method to accept two integer parameter, at the same time two string parameter, and at the same time two double parameter, or at the same time two decimal parameters. So our based on our requirement, we need to declare a method and we need to pass, or we need to pass the or create a parameter for that particular method. So this is the basic thing what we need to understand while working with this method. And at the same time, if we move access modifier, that's so fine. So this is the way. And one more thing what I want to explain here about this method is terminology of a method. let's see what is the terminology of a method. If you see here, this is all called as a declaration. This is called as a declaration of a method, and this is called as a definition of a method or body of a method. This section from here to here is called as a declaration of a method, and from here to here this is called as a body of a method or a definition of a method. So if someone asks about give the definition of a method, what we need to do is we need to write this line of code. If someone, our team lead or manager asks us to provide the definition for this print method, then what we need to do is we need to write the code to execute that print method. Okay, at the same time, if someone want to just declare a method, what we need to do is we can declare a method with open and closing braces without writing any code here. Okay, and at the same time, here this method, wherever we are declare that particular method, that method is called as a called method. Wherever we are calling the particular method is called as a calling method. This is called as called method, and wherever we are using or calling that particular method is called as a calling method. This we are calling as calling method, and this we are calling as a called method. Okay, and at the same time, so these parameters are called as actual parameters, and these parameters are called as formal parameters. Sorry, these parameters are called as actual parameters, and these parameters are called as formal parameters. Whatever the parameters we have in our calling method is called as actual parameter. Whatever the parameters we are having in the called method are called as formal parameters. So that is the terminology which we need to remember while working with these methods. So let me repeat the terminology one more time. So method declaration and method definition. So method declaration we can treat from here to here, and method declaration definition we can take from here to here. Okay, method declaration and method definition. And at the same time, this is called as called method, and this is called as calling method. Here whatever the variables or parameters which we are passing is called as actual parameters, and whatever the parameters or variables which we are receiving is called as formal parameters. So do you have any questions on this terminology, Raj or Muzaffar?
No.
Okay. So this is the thing. This is the basic introduction of a method. Now we can jump into the actual method and the types of methods as well. So we have instance method and we have static method. We have two types of method, which is instance method and the static method. Let's see how those parameters will work here. Those methods will work. Okay, so a method, any method which is having the which doesn't have any static keyword is called as the instance method. A method which doesn't have any static keyword is called as the instance method. To call the instance method, we need to create the object for that particular class. With that object only, we can able to call that particular method. Let's see how we can do this. Here, in order to call this add method, which is the instance method, so what I need to do is I need to create the object for my program class. Program. Okay. Now with this object, I can make a call like this. Add method. Add.
Is this static method?
This is the non-static method or instance method. This is not a
The instance.
static method. Instance method mean a method which doesn't have any static keyword.
Okay. Then this is instance method.
This is the instance method. If I want to call the instance method, what I need to do is I need to declare a object for my program class. Then only I can make a call to this particular method. Okay. If I have an instant method, definitely I need to create an object to call that particular method. Okay. So other type of method what we have here is a static method. A method which is having the static keyword is called a static method. A method which is having the static keyword is called a static method. Okay. To call the static method, you no need to create the object for our class. You can directly call that method with the class name itself. But here, our class name is our method inside in the class name, inside the program class only. So directly I can able to call this method without that class name itself. Okay. Let me repeat again. So two types of methods are there. One is normal method or instance method or non-static method. So simply we can call it as a instance method. Any method which doesn't have any static keyword is called as the instance method, and if I want to call that particular instance method, we need to create a object for that particular class where that particular instance method is declared. With that object only we can able to call that particular method. That is called as the instance method. Okay, let's see the what is static method. Any method which is having the static keyword is called as the static method. To call the static method, we no need to create any object for a class. With the class name itself, we can call it. So how it like what does it mean is so if I want to call this print method, what I can do is program dot print. I can able to call my print method with my class name. So where we declare this print method inside the program class only we declare. Okay, that's why if I want to call that particular print method which is a static method, I no need to create the object like this. I can directly call that particular method with the class name itself. But here our print method reside in the same program class. So we can also call that particular method without having the class name itself. If we want to do with the class name, still it is possible, but our print method is inside the class only. So if I want to call the print method, I no need to mention the class name itself. I no need to mention that class name. I can directly call it. Okay, but still if you want to use this program to call that print method, you can also do that. Okay, so that is the difference between the instance method or static method. Raj, can you please I'm going to
Can
remove
you tell me
everything here. I'm going to remove everything
no,
and
can you tell me one more time?
okay, so let me explain one more time here. So first let me explain the concept of instance method, okay, and static method. I have declared two methods. One is the instant method and second one is the static method. So how we are saying this is the instance method because it doesn't have any static keyword, right?
Yep.
So as it doesn't have any static keyword, we can simply say that it's a instance method. So that name itself saying that instance method. Instance is nothing but the object, right? Instance is nothing but the object. So similarly, if I have a instant method, To call that method, we need an object for that particular class where it created. So wherever add method is created inside the program class. So in order to call that particular instance method as add, we need to create the object for our program class. With this object, I can able to call my add method, right? So are you clear with that?
Yeah.
Okay. Now I'm moving to the another type of method which is called a static method. So all are similar here from here to here. It also have the access modifier. It also have the return type. It also has the method name. It also having the parameter. But here not we are not passing any parameter. Okay. So in addition that all the method signature, we have one more extra keyword for this method which is called as the static. Okay, if I add that simple keyword which is called as static, our normal method is going to be converted as a static method. So if I remove this one, it's a instance method only. If I add that static keyword, it became the static method. If it is a static method, I no need to create any object or to call that particular static method. So then how I need to call that? With the class name, I need to directly call it. I no need to create the object like this. With this class name, I can directly call this method. So with this class name, how I can directly call this method is program is my class name. If I place a dot, if it as it is a static method, it will give the opportunity to call this method. Okay, let me try that. Program dot. So am I able to see the add method here?
No.
No, right? Because it's the instance method. So in order to see that, you should see from the object only. Okay. So now I can directly call this print method. Okay. Another way of calling this print method is I can directly call that without class name. Why I'm calling like that means here my main method is also in the program class, and my print method also in the program class. So as all together in the particular program class itself, I can still make that, I can still call the particular method without the class name. Basically to call the static method, you need to call from the class name. But I can directly call it because that all the methods which is main method and the print method all are in the same program class only. That's why I can able to call like this. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove everything here, from here to here, from here to here. I'm going to remove this, and I'm going to remove this. So now the purpose is mm, okay. So I will I will give the scenario here. You guys explain me how we can write a method here. I'm going to declare one method, one variable, which is called a string. That name is first name. Okay. Here I'm just passing it as so here I'm just passing it as make me sharp. Okay, first name, or else let it be like this, string last name. So here I'm just passing it as so here I'm passing this as trainings, make me sharp. Okay, so this is how I have a string here. So now I need to write two methods to combine this sentence. I am expecting the output as from this instance method. I am expecting the output as make me sharp trainings. For this static method also, I am expecting the output as make me sharp trainings. Now you guys need to help me to write that particular method. First we will try with the static method, that instance method, and again we will try with the same thing with the static method. So you guys tell me, I will write the code here. And so Raj, you just start from your end, and for static method we will take the Muzaffar help.
This instance method, right? First, these are the
First,
two.
we need to write one instant method. I'm expecting a output as that method need to take the two string parameters, okay,
Okay.
and I need to output as a combined string. So like this, I need to have a output. Make me sure space and training. So this is what I am expecting result from that particular method. Now you guys need to explain me to create one method, and you need to call that method from the main method to produce the output. So you just try, and you just tell me, I will write that code here.
Console or write line.
Where I need to write.
See, actually, this is the we have a class program. We have to create an object first. First
No,
create an
no,
object on top
no.
and
First
write
we
as
need to create the method, right?
yeah. Okay. Public. Okay.
Okay.
Public
Public.
void.
Void.
You can give a method as a main or a print as a wish.
No. We need to. We don't need. We don't have a chance to use the main method. So let's put it as a full name.
Okay. Full name. Okay.
Full name is my method name. Okay.
Yeah.
So now, tell me. I will write the code here.
The brackets.
Yeah, these are parentheses. You need to be clear in the words as well. So
Next.
parentheses. Okay. Next.
I think we don't need to give next comment. Object dot.
Object. What that object? Raj?
We create an object as a full name. In that full name, we'll create a class a program.
No. First, you need to complete the method, right?
Okay. We say value. First name and last name.
So what types those are?
String. First name, string, last name. The
String.
parameter.
So I'm just giving it S1 or
S1.
F.
Okay. S1 or F1. Okay.
Okay. So for first name I'm giving it F, and another string L I'm giving.
L.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, after that.
Next we create a method. Then we'll create an object.
No. We haven't created complete method, Raj, here. Still it is incomplete only.
Semicolon.
It's not the semicolon. If I give this semicolon, that will be the statement will end here. So what is our the declaration part? See here. So how we give a definition? So this is the right. So with this example, you can say.
Yeah. We gave parameter list also, right?
Yeah, parameter list we give, but still it is incomplete with the syntax, right?
The method body means then we should come then open the braces.
Yes. So we open the braces and we close the braces.
Yeah, that's it.
And now we need to write our code to print the full name.
Yeah.
To do that, how we can proceed here?
We can write string first name, string last name, console dot write line dot the first the we can write the values of the values of full name is x and y, x plus y.
No, we don't have x plus y here, right?
No, first name and last name I'm saying. We can initialize the value in the first name and last name, right?
No, Raj. Still, just I will give kind of clue to you. Here, my intention is we have a the first name is the first name will going to replace with the F. Okay.
Yeah.
Last name will going to replace with L. Now
Yes.
here we know we need to use only F and L only.
Okay.
This first name and last name will be available here only. But here if I want to
Okay.
do any kind of operation, I need to use this
Console.
F and L only.
Okay.
Okay, so we can write like this, Madan bhai. So
Yeah.
console dot write line,
Console dot write line. Okay.
the uh, the full name is fn f comma l. We can give that, or
The
we can write.
full
Just we need to print the full
name is
name is f and l, first name and last name
F and
l.
F and N is then
F
F
comma L.
and F F and L.
yeah,
Full name is F and L because already we have declared.
yes, yes. Now what we can do?
So now we need to call this full name with the object,
No, no, still
which
it is
is the
incomplete only,
object.
Muzaffar. See what it will print?
So
It
the
will print this line only, right?
yeah.
Have you applied any
So
calculation here or any operation? We didn't. We didn't apply anything. We just
no. So we need to give zero.
so you mean to
No.
say this one?
Yeah, indexing
Okay.
indexing zero.
Mm-hmm.
Then after that
Comma
F F F and L
F
and L.
and what is that and?
Plus L.
F plus L we can't give. I think we can give F after that F comma L.
No, no. But index you gave only one, right?
So we need to give one more zero comma after zero one more one.
Mm-hmm.
Parenthesis sorry, flower
Okay.
brace is one. Then after that F comma L
Comma
L
N L.
L. So
Yeah.
that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Then after that in the top we need to call the object
Yeah. How we
ob,
can do that?
obj dot. We need to create a object for the method first of all.
Object for the method.
Object for a class.
Mm-hmm. So how we? What is the class name here?
obj dot program obj
No, no. Raj, what is our class program? Sorry, what is the name of the class here?
program
Program. So how we can create the object? For a program class, how we can create the object?
obj dot program obj
No,
equal
no,
to new
not
dot
obj.program, Muzaffar. First, in order to create
Program
a program,
new
program
program
obj
equal to
equal to new
new dot.
program.
Yeah.
Okay.
then call the method.
How you can call that method?
Enter
Enter. Mm-hmm.
obj dot full name
Obj dot
full name.
full name. Okay.
That's
Okay. It's giving an error, Muzaffar. See.
full name string f comma n.
Raj, why it is giving an error, Raj here?
It's not an object. The full name is not an object. It's first name and last name, right?
No, no. So that's not the correct. Muzaffar, try. Why we are, well, like till now, whatever you said, that's correct, Muzaffar and Raj. But here we are getting an error. So creation of object and from here to here also we are good only.
Declare the variables in that
See,
declare the parameters.
correct, correct, correct. So why? Because this full name method accepting the two parameters. Okay,
Declare what?
but here we are not passing any parameter. That's why it's saying that no overload method full name taking zero parameters. Okay,
Okay.
so we need to understand that error here. So if you see that error, no overloaded, overloaded for method full name takes zero parameters because our full name accepting string comma string parameters. Okay, so you need to pass that one. So what is our first name variable? First name, and what is the last name variable which we declare? Thus last name. Okay.
Okay.
So now if I if I going to call this method, now I can see the output. The full name is f and m is the full name of f and l is make me sharp trainings. Okay, so this is how we
Okay.
are working. Okay, now say the same thing to the this particular static method. So we are good with here. I hope you just understand what I'm trying to explain to you guys. Okay, if I
Yes.
keep
Yes.
on explaining, so there is no point of like understanding here. That's why I'm just checking with you with guys how we were.
First, first we will declare a method. Then
Uh,
we will call that method at the top of our main method.
okay. So
Yes.
now say same thing. So we done with the instance method, Muzaffar. See how we did this one is. So there is a need. So our need is we have two parameters. Okay. We want to print the output like this. What we did is we have created one method with the full name, and we have write a console statement like this, and we were able to print the output. Okay, so with the instance method we were able to do that one. Now the thing is same thing I want to do with the static method. What is the code I need to write? Yeah, you need to
So
explain. I
for a
will write it here.
yeah, for a static is a public public static void
Static, let's start with the static, as it is a
static
static, and
static
public.
public
Okay,
full name.
wide return type we need to have,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, return type void
Yeah, full name.
full name.
Okay, and same thing we can able to use
Then
it
to
here.
yeah,
String and everything we can
string.
copy and paste. Okay,
Yeah. Then
so
at the
then
top,
on the top what we need to do is we no need to create the object. Okay, let's
directly we can call with the class name
class name
program dot no,
program dot this one. Let's
class.
comment these two. We can call it our class name is program, and our method name is full name, and pass those parameters.
Parameters.
Okay,
First
that's
name comma last name.
last name. Okay, so this is how we can able to do it. This is the static method, and this is the this is the instance method declaration, and this is the static method declaration. Only difference is the static as we add the one more extra keyword as the static in calling we will see that difference, right? In while calling that method we are seeing the difference. If it is a non-static method or instance method, what we are doing is we are directly calling here. We are creating the object for our class program, and we are calling that object. We are calling that full name method through the object. But as it is a static method, I'm directly calling that particular method with the program class. So this is the thing.
Yes.
But still, one thing I want to explain to you guys is the intention to get the full name is not like this. Okay. So, but basically, how I will write the code here is like this. So, the full name of given first name and last name is 0 0. So we were able to get the output with your code as well, but the actual thing what we need to do is f plus
SL.
double quotation, give the space, okay, L. So this is
Hmm.
how we can able to get this. So
Okay.
we are concatenating. So now this plus operator is act as a concatenation operator. So previously in addition method, how it will behave? It's behave like a summation or addition. Okay, but now this as this value, this variable and this variable is a string variable. It is acting like a concatenation operator here, and in between I need to have a space. That's why I'm giving a single space here. And if I call this one, same output whatever we got. See, the full name of a given first name and last name is make me sure trying. That's how we can able to get it. Okay. So for your understanding, I'm just explaining you. So whatever the output I expected, we can able to get your code as well. But still, I just want to correct you guys. We can also do like this.
Okay.
Okay. So this is the thing here. So let me repeat the function from till now. What we start here is first we started with the what is the importance of the method, okay, and after that we have seen the uh, how we can declare a method and how we are calling a method and how we are passing a parameter to that method. That all we have seen, and after that we have seen what is the instance method and what is the static method, and how we can call this instant method and how we can call this static method. That all we have seen here. And the main intention and the main purpose of that particular method declaration creation is code reusability. So if someone asks about why we need methods, you need to explain them. So it's a lot of code which is reusable in our application development. Okay. So that's how
Okay.
we can explain about the methods here. Okay. So let's move to the another thing. What the topic? What we have static method we have done. Okay. The value type parameter and the reference type parameter and the out parameter. Let's see these three, and we will go for the another topic. So let's see what is this value type parameter. Value type parameter. Let's take this example. Value type parameter. So here whatever the method we have written, so these are all parameter for the particular method. So we have a concept which is called as a value type parameter, and we'll see how it will work here. Okay, so value type parameter. Seems Muzaffarnet. So Raj, you are there, right?
Yeah. I'm in doubt, Madan. Can you give one more example, please, like static and instance method? We will try.
Yeah, sure. So let's remove these two.
Because why not still until Muzaffar come, we will try and see.
No problem, Muzaffar. My intention is you need to understand. I can have that patient how many times you want to explain.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Yeah. So yeah. Tell me, Raj, how I can explain you here.
One
So
more
what is?
example, I will try.
So one more example.
Yeah.
Okay. So you want me to give the example to write the code for you?
Yeah.
Okay. So the example what we can take here is what we can take for this method example is what example we can able to do. So we pass my this example.
Yeah, Muzaffar join.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, continue, Madan.
Yeah, sure, Muzaffar. So, the example I'm taking here is, yeah. So, okay. How we can give it this? Yes. Yeah. So, the scenario is Raj. Same we can do. So, this is static method, and this is instant method and static method. The intention is I will give one day name for you. Okay, I will pass one day name for you. Based on that day name, you need to give the output saying that it's a holiday or not. So
Okay.
basically, Saturday and Sunday we will take as holiday. Okay, and the remaining all days I need to have the output as a working day, and but holiday I need to get the output as a holiday.
Okay.
Okay, so the example what we are taking is I will get the input from the user. I'm not passing directly here. I will get that day name from the user. Okay, I need to create one method to accept that name. Okay, I need to write one logic to identify that day name is holiday or not, and based on that I need to put the output. I need to print the output.
Okay.
So with static we will try, and sorry, with instant method we will try, and with static method we will try that.
Okay. Okay
Raj,
then.
did you understand, right?
Yeah, I will try now.
Yeah. So first, my intention is get the input from the user. Get
Yeah.
the input as day name from the user. Okay, that is first step what we need to do.
Okay.
Here clearly I will write that step 1. Step 1, what we need to do, get the day name from the user. Okay, and step 2, what I need to do is I need to pass that step 2, create a method to accept day name and print the result as holiday or working day based on condition. So this is the second step, and third step what we need to do is step 3. We need to call that function, call the function to get the output. So this is the thing. Now start with step 1. We will write the code here, and step 2 we will write the step 2 we will write here, because the function we are creating here, right? Step 2 will be like this, and step 3 here. So start with step 1. So the
First
intention is
create the
okay. Yeah, tell me this.
input a string
String
Saturday equal to holiday.
no, so it's not like that. Day name
Day
string,
name
okay,
equal to
equal to
day name. Okay, this is the user you are getting, right?
yeah
Day
from
name, yeah, brackets
bracket.
Saturday and Sunday.
No, it's not the correct. So basically we need to
Holiday.
No, Raj. So you need to get the input from the user. So to
Okay.
get the input from the user, what method we have? Console dot
Oh,
read method we have,
yeah,
right?
console read
Read line method we have. So
yeah.
read line method we need to take the help here.
Okay.
So how we will take? We will declare one string day name console
Saturday.
dot
Okay, console dot read line.
read line. It will help to read the content from the user. Okay, whatever we read, that we will pass to this day name.
Okay.
Okay, now we will we complete step 1. So
Okay.
it will ask the user. So before that we will write one line of code saying that so for end user he need to understand what he need to input. So we will write console.write, sorry, console.write. So to understand, to give the better idea to the end user, we are saying that enter a day name. So then user can enter the day name. Whatever the day name he enter, we will put that into our string variable, which is called as day name. Okay.
Okay.
Now go to this step 2. Step 2, we need to create a method. Okay. That method need to accept one parameter, and we need to check whether this is belongs to the Saturday and Sunday. If it is belongs to the Saturday and Sunday, we can write one console.write line method saying that it is a holiday. Like that we need to write a code. You need to guide me to write that particular code here.
Public void day
Public
void.
void.
You can take it as day or holiday.
We give the meaningful name. So if it's a general method, right? So as it is a general method, what we can take is we can say like is holiday.
Okay.
That's method name is is holiday.
Okay.
Okay.
Now
So
we will
yeah,
pass the parameter as two
string.
parameters.
What?
String
Okay.
because Sunday and
No. It need to take this input, Raj.
okay, not day name. Sorry, day name. Yeah, got it. Day name
Sorry. Yeah, here you can give any name, but we can also give the day name as well. Yeah. So, and I'm going to open the parenthesis. Sorry, open the braces and closing the braces here.
Console dot write line.
Console dot write
Line.
line. Okay.
Uh, the the this holiday. The given is holiday.
The
The
given day name name is holiday. Yeah.
and the
Okay.
0.
0.
Will come outside. We can give as comma open braces plus
Okay. Comma.
open braces plus
Open braces. Mm-hmm.
not open braces. Open commas. Open inverted commas.
Okay.
Yeah. Plus day
Plus
day.
day
One
name.
doubt is here we can use day or we can use as any variable name.
Anyway,
Day name.
this variable name
Yeah.
only, whatever
Day
the
name.
name you give, that
Yeah.
name
Day
only
name.
you can use it.
Yeah.
Okay. What it will give us. So you just understand what it will do.
Yeah. If we give the day name, we can say holiday or not.
Yeah. For example, assume that I gave the day name as like Sunday.
Okay.
Okay, that Sunday will come here. Okay, and
Okay.
your statement is like this: the given day name is holiday Sunday.
Sunday.
That this is not my criteria, right? My intention is if I give the name, you need to identify whether that is a holiday or not.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
So you need to identify that one.
Okay. Then we can do here is a holiday.
So to check the condition, what options we have, Raj? We have seen previous session, right? So to
Yeah.
check conditions, we have some options.
If condition,
Yeah, if is there and if else also there.
we can do
Yeah,
if condition.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, we can
But
write the if condition, right? So that's what see here how we can check that thing.
okay.
If
If
okay,
open if
mm, we have a day name with us.
one yeah if day name equal to yeah I'm then thinking
Day name equal to okay.
if day name equal to Sunday
So is it correct? Single equal to is correct or the two equal to I need to give?
equal to
Okay, two equal to okay Sunday. Then
Sunday then we will write as a console at right line
mhm, the given day is holiday.
yeah
The given day,
name is holiday
no, we will write something here. The given day, here we will give this one. Okay. So for our clean understanding, the given day, whatever the day they give, the given
yeah
day, Sunday, if they give Sunday, the given day, Sunday
Sunday
is holiday.
holiday
Like this, it
okay
will get in output here. Okay.
okay plus then yeah okay
And
you
we
can give
can
like as
continue.
a brackets within inverted commas plus day name also you can give right
Here, no,
yeah
with the brackets if you give it will not work. Then what it will take is, it will just take it as a string and it will print that just day name only. It will not take the day name as Sunday or Monday like this.
okay okay
So this is how we are work. But still it is not correct. So see, I will give one more condition. So here your first I
Else
entered.
working again the else work. Okay, tell me.
Yeah, see, yeah, you want to, yeah, you are saying something, right? Else, okay.
Else control right line. It's not holiday. The given day is not holiday.
Yeah, yeah, like we that's what you are saying is else console dot line the day is
Not holiday.
not holiday or working day is
Working day.
working day. Okay, so yeah, we are good here, but still I will give the another thing to you. See, Muzaffar, you need to give the idea here. So the thing is, I am giving the day name as Sunday. Okay, it is checking here. If the day name is Sunday, it is saying that it's a holiday. And other thing what I'm going to give is I'm giving the Wednesday. It is checking this here as day name is not the Sunday. It will not print this output and it will print this output. So we are good here. Two statement we are good. The other thing is for the day name I am passing it as a Saturday. Okay. Muzaffar, are you there? So fine.
I'm
Raj.
yeah, I'm
Muzaffar,
listening. Yeah,
so
I'm here. I'm listening.
yeah, the thing is, till now, are you follow with us or are you somewhere?
No. I'm listening. Everything I got it here. You are
Okay,
explaining about getting an input from a user,
correct,
then
correct.
how we are getting a result
Yes,
Sunday or
yes,
holiday.
correct. Now the thing is, till now, Raj helped me to write this code, Muzaffar. This is working fine, okay, but
Okay.
still have some issues with this code. So I'm that issues I'm telling you here, Raj. Again, you also just listen
Yeah.
here. So the issue here is first I pass this Sunday, your code will completely work and we will get the output as a holiday. And again I am passing the value as a Wednesday. So your code will definitely work and it will print the output as a working day, right?
Mm-hmm.
But now the thing is I'm going to pass the day name as a Saturday. We thought
Mm-hmm.
Saturday and Sunday need to be holiday, right? But if
Yes.
let me run this program and see the output. I'm going to pass this Saturday. Okay. So what I can see is let's stop it and we will ask the function to wait for some time to see the output. First what I will do is I'm passing Sunday for our clarity. Tap and read line. It read the line.
Console read line.
Console.read line we have is printing the output. Is we haven't called this method at all.
Is holiday.
We haven't called that method yet, so that's
Yeah.
why
Program object equal to
new program,
is
New
program.
program.
yeah, obj dot
OBJ
Is
dot is
is
holiday.
holiday.
Let
So for that day name we are passing. Okay.
yep.
Now we are good, and let's run the program and see the output. First, what I'm going to do is I'm entering Sunday. As per Raj code, it's saying that the given day Sunday is holiday. Super. So we are good with this part. I'm closing the program again. I'm rerun the program. Now I am entering as a Wednesday. Okay. So Wednesday is the working day, right? So as per
Yes.
Raj code, it's working fine. The given day, Wednesday is working day. The given day,
okay.
Wednesday is working day. So far we are good. So let me give the another input and we can see what is the issue here. I am passing the Saturday as the input. So what our expectation? What is our expectation, Ross? If I
The
pass the
holiday.
Saturday
Holiday.
holiday, right? So I'm entering input. So it's saying that the given day is the given day Saturday is working day. So something wrong with our code, right? So let's correct it. So how we can correct the code here?
You can write one more condition. If else if.
Give. Okay. Else if. Yeah. Tell me
Day
the
name
code.
Day name,
Day name
equal to Saturday.
Saturday, and we are writing this kind of code.
This one.
yeah,
Yes.
that's correct.
Okay. So let's see. So first we'll try with Saturday as we have the issue. Turday Saturday. So yeah, super. So the given day is the given day Saturday is holiday. So we got the output. So let's close it. And I'm gonna give the another thing is
Monday.
so it's giving the given day, no day is working day.
Okay.
Still we need to do something with our program to correct it.
One second. Come again.
See, so our program, whatever the program we have written, so how this will work is first if someone give the Sunday, it give
Wait.
the holiday. If someone give the Saturday, we are giving this one holiday. So, holiday, and other than these two, we are saying that a working day, right?
Yes.
But I can't say like all users are good users here. So some user will pass some wrong inputs as well. See, I'm passing a no day. Actually, the no day, we don't have any day in such a name, right?
Okay.
So I'm passing that
Okay.
day name here. But our code is saying that it's a holiday, it's a working day. So something we are missing here, right?
Yeah. Wait a minute.
So how we can handle that?
If you write print function working.
So first thing, it is checking here. If it is good, it's print like this. And again it's checking. If it is good, it's checking. Other than all, it's printing this only.
Okay. If you, again we can write else if again. Can I write if statement again?
No. We need to write else if only here. So simple, Raj. We can do something here.
Yeah, I'm getting, but I'm not sure. Wait.
Muzaffar.
Yes. I am also thinking, Madan bhai. So we
Yeah.
can't, we can't, we
See, else
can't
between the
use.
bracket and see
Sorry.
else.
Okay. So I will give the idea here, Muzaffar. See, the thing is. Our condition is working fine as per our requirement. If user is giving the proper input, we will get the output. But we can't expect that kind of scenario, right?
Okay.
So
Yes.
whatever you guys write, that is absolutely correct, Raj and Muzaffar. But the thing is, so we are not predicting. We are not in a position to predict all users will they like nice user they can put the required names only. But some typical users are there. They will pass some kind of wrong inputs to test the things. So basically, Raj, you are the tester, right? Basically, you will do the negative testing.
Yeah, yeah.
So if that is the case, if I pass the node on such a day, we need to have our code need to be handled. Okay, so let me simplify this code so that in future, you will get kind of idea here. So this is the code what we have written, and I'm going to write one more line. So simplified code here saying that. So if day name equal to Sunday or day name equal to Saturday, I'm saying that this is the holiday. And else if what I'm going to do is list of all days I'm giving here. If day name equal to Monday, if day name equal to Tuesday, and again I'm going to give the R condition. Okay, 4 and 5. Okay, here what I'm going Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, okay, and Friday. Okay, I'm saying that the given day is working day. The given day is working day. Else I'm saying that please provide proper name to get to check the given day is holiday or working day. Okay. So guys, did you understand what I have written here?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So what I did is for holiday, I am taking one if condition with the R statement. Okay. If something, if I pass the Sunday or Saturday, I can treat that it's a holiday. Okay. If my input is Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday or Friday, my output will be the working day. Rest of all I'm handling with other statement saying that please provide proper name to check the given day is holiday or working day. So this three statement will handle everything, right? Now,
Yes.
if I start this, so if I pass Sunday, it will give the given Sunday, the day is holiday, and again if I pass Saturday, okay, it will give holiday, and again if I pass Monday, it will give the given day Monday is working day, and again if I pass no day, saying that please provide proper name to check the given day is holiday or working day. So now
Okay.
we are good. Like even the particular guy gave the wrong inputs, our code is handling, right?
Okay.
So
Yes.
this is how we can improve the things here.
By using or R.
by using the or statement, we are handling the things.
Okay, Madan.
So, Raj, are you clear, right?
Yes.
Okay. So now, are you comfortable with this static method and the instant method?
Yeah, yeah.
So let's move to the another topic here, which is called as this one, like value type parameter. We'll see that what is that value type parameter. So value type parameter. So what I'm trying to explain here is the concept of a value type parameter. Let's write some code here. So we declare one integer value which is 10, which is the value as 10, and we have one method which is a static method, and that method name is a simple method. For our demonstration, we are just giving the name as simple method, and it is taking the input as a j value. In my method, what we are doing is I am increment my j value by 1. J, whatever the j value I get, so for that j I am adding one more value, and I am printing the output here. J value inside the called method is j. Okay. So or else you can write a proud bracket here itself to avoid this plus symbol. So let it be like this. Okay, and this is the code we have written in our method, which is called a simple method. Okay, after that what we are doing here is we are writing one console.writeLine statement saying that I value before calling this simple method. So what is this I value? I am passing like this. Okay, and I'm calling my method, my simple method, by passing the I value. Okay, now what will happen? The call will come here. It will print this output. J value inside the called method is j. After that, I'm writing one more write line statement. So I'm writing one more write line statement to check I value after calling the simple method. Okay, so let me repeat again. So what I'm trying to explain here is value parameters. So I will tell you what is this value parameter. So here a value parameter is nothing but whatever the values we are passing for this I equal to 10, that will be replaced with this j value. To pass this value as a parameter to the method, we are calling this as a value type parameter here. So till now, whatever the example we have followed, those are all the value type parameter only here. So if that is the case, I declare one integer variable which is the I value as a 10. Here I am printing one statement. Before calling this simple method, I am printing the I value. And we are calling this simple method. And after calling this simple method, we are getting the I value again. So now we will see what is the I value before calling this method, and what is the I value after calling this method, and what is this j value inside this method. Let me try to run this code. Actually, our value I is 10. I value before calling method is 10. Okay, so in our code, what we did in our simple method, we have increment the value here. J value inside the called method is 11, because we increment that j value, j equal to j plus 1, and we are printing that value here. Okay, but again what will happen once this statement will get executed, it will come this line of code. Again, if I see the value of my I, this still I can able to see the I value as 10 only. Even though if I increment this I value here, for int j means I value only, right? I equal to 10. So that 10 is going to replace with this I value. Now 10 plus 1, 11. But still if I print that j value, so I value, still I am able to see the 10 only. Okay. That means if I pass the value, if I use the mechanism to pass a value, to call a method as a value type, if something happened in my called method, those will not reflect into the calling method. This is the calling method and this is the called method. Even though I incremented the j value here, that not reflecting in my calling method. So this type of mechanism is called as a value type parameters. This type of passing parameter mechanism is called as a value type parameter. This type of passing parameter mechanism is called as a value type parameter. In that, what we need to understand here is if I pass a value as a parameter to my called method, if I did something, if I increment or if I decrement, if I did some actions on that particular variable, will not reflect that change to the actual variable. This is the actual variable and this is the formal variable. So if I do something with the formal variable, this will not impact with this actual variable. That type of mechanism is called as value type parameter. Okay. So Muzaffar Raja, did you understand? So for better understanding, what I am doing here is I am doing this as an increment method. Increment method. I am giving the name as increment method. Increment. Yeah. So this is the method which I have written. My method name is increment here, or else we can totally remove this method. Increment is my method name. Okay. Increment is my method name. What it will do is whatever the value it will get, it will increment that value and it will print the value. But now what we are understanding here in the program here is I am passing a I value as 10, which is the actual parameter. That I value is going to replace with this j value, which is called as formal parameter. If I done something, if I perform some action with my formal parameter, those will not impact with this actual parameter. That value will not change.
Yes.
Okay. That type of parameter passing mechanism is called as the value type parameter. That
Yes.
type of parameter passing mechanism is called as value type parameter. So the understanding which we need to do here is if I pass a value to my called method, if
Mhm.
something I have performed in my called method, that value will not impact with this actual value.
Mm.
Okay, so that's why if I run this method, my I value is 10. So before calling this I value, I'm printing this I value, which is 10. I'm calling this increment method by passing the I value as a 10. In my method, I'm increment that value and I'm printing that value here. But again, after the call, after this perform, after we perform this action, if I still check that my value as the I, still I can able to see the 10 only. Okay, because the action which we performed in our calling method will not impact with this called method. Okay, this is limited with this operation is limited only to this particular method only. That type of parameter passing mechanism is called as a value parameter. In that, the value changes in the called method, not reflecting in the calling method. The value changes in called method, not reflecting to the calling method. That type
Okay.
of parameters is called as value type parameters. Okay, so
I
this is
got it, Madan.
the type of this is one value type parameter what we have. Okay, so the simple thing other what we have is reference type parameters. Reference type parameter. Let's see how it will work. So this is the value type parameter. Let it be like this. Copy. See, I'm commenting the whole line of code. So under reference parameter. So what is this reference parameter here is okay parameter. I'm just passing. I'm just need to use one more keyword which is called as ref. R-E-F. Okay. Same I need to use this. So ref int. Okay. This is the thing. So previously what we did, we directly pass the value as a I, but now while passing that value as a I, I'm going to use one more special keyword which is called as ref. Ref keyword
Right.
I'm using it. Okay.
Okay.
Now we can see the difference here. I'm going to execute the code. I value before calling increment method which is 10. J value inside the called method is 11. I value after calling the increment method. Now you can see the 11, right? Previously
Okay.
it was 10 only. Okay. Raj, are you following?
Yeah, I'm not getting.
Okay. See what so
Concept of you're incrementing the value. What?
yeah, I will explain one more time. So basically, so this is the reference type.
Okay.
So reference range and this is the value type. Value type I can write it here. Value type. Okay. So for this value type, we don't need to have this one. So let's first try to understand the value type, and we will move with this reference type. We will move with the reference type. Okay. Now what we are doing is let's comment this line of code for some time. So I have declared one integer variable which is 10. Okay.
Okay.
And after that we have one method which is useful to increment a value. If I give any value, it will increment by 1 and it will print that value. This is the purpose of to create this method, right?
Okay.
The purpose of this method is if you give any number, if you give 10, it will give the 11 as a number. If you give 20, it
Ask
will
me one doubt. Instead of using for loops and all directly, we are using the value type.
no, for loop is totally different. That is a looping statement to iterate the things. So
Okay. Doesn't increment the value, right?
so this is in for loop we are using increment and decrement statement to increment a value or
Okay.
decrement a value. So but this statement is this method. What this method will do is if you give any value, it will give the next number to that particular value. That is the method. Or
Mm-hmm.
else, for example, if you give 10 as a number, it will give the output as 11. If you give 50, 51 it will give. If you give 100, 101 it will give as the output. Okay.
Okay.
Or else what I can do is next number to avoid the confusion. Next number. What is the next number? I can able to check like this. Next number. Okay. So what this method will do is, if it give any number, it will give the next number to that given number. So 10 if you give, the next number is 11, right?
Okay, got it. Yeah.
Okay. And if you give 20, 21, it will give as the output. Okay. So this is the situation what we have. But the thing what I want to understand, what I want you guys to understand here is, here I have a value as 10 Ras. Okay.
Mm.
And I'm passing that value to this method. And what will happen? This 10 will come here and we are incrementing by 1. 10 plus 1 will be the 11 and that 11 it is printed, right? Okay. And here what I want to explain to you guys here is, I'm writing one statement. This I value is 10, right? But here we are incrementing this 10 value. Okay. Now the question is, as I incrementing this 10 value as 11, will this impact the I value or not?
Yes.
Will this impact you that I value or not? So you are saying yes. Let me try to
But
execute.
Yeah.
Let me try to execute and see. See, I value we are before calling this method, we are writing one statement. I value before calling the next number method. Okay.
Okay.
And after calling, here we have one statement, j value inside the called method. It means inside the next number method we can call it. Inside the next number method is, okay, this one. Okay, like this. And after that we are writing one more right line statement to print the I value. Okay. Two totally three statement we have before calling method, inside the calling method, inside called method or next number method, and after the after this calling next number method. Now try to execute this one. So the first statement, console.write line I value before calling next number method 10, right? Raj,
Yeah.
I value before calling the number 10, okay, which is 10. J value next number method in next number method is 11, because here we incremented, right? We incremented that value and this value will become the 11. That's what we can able to see it here. And again we have written one more statement which is called as the I value after calling next number method. So if you see, the I value still 10 only. It's
yes,
not changing here.
yeah, that's the value type.
That's the
It,
value type, because as we are using the value type here, if I
will not
pass
change.
the if I pass a value here, that will not impact with the changes here. If I
Oh,
do something here, that changes will not impact with this value. These changes will limited with this method only. So even if I incremented by 20 or 30, or if I do some operation, that operation will be limited with this method only. There is a no relationship between, there is a no like changes between the this method and this value. We are just passing a value. We are not maintaining any relationship. We are just passing the value, and whatever the operation they want to do, they can do with that method, and they can print the output. That changes
Okay,
will not impact with this value, this I value. I we are passing as a 10. The 10 will be replaced here. If you do something, do yourself. But this value will not change this I value.
okay.
This is called as value type. Raj, are you understanding, or do you have any question?
got it.
Okay. So this is how this value type will work. But if we see same thing, what we can do is we have one more passing mechanism which is called as reference type. Okay, how we can pass a reference type here is so simply we need to use one keyword which is called as ref. Okay, same code we are reading. Instead of directly passing this I value, we are using one more keyword which is called as ref. Now there is a reference between this I value to this called method. So as we are using this one, if some changes happening here, that changes will reflect to this method. Now,
Okay.
as Raj said, this will be the 11. The changes happening in this method will now impact with this I value because we are using this one. Okay. If I try to execute this one, 10, before 10 and inside the method we have 11 and after calling we have the 11. Right?
Yes.
So this is how this reference method, ref parameter, this concept is called as passing the values with the reference. Okay,
Yeah.
that is
The
called as
value will be changed at both ends, in a
yes,
calling
yes,
method also and in a call method. Whereas in
correct,
that one it will not be reflecting calling method.
correct,
This is
correct.
the thing. It's very
Yeah,
easy.
yeah, that is the difference between the called value type and the reference type. So that is the difference between the value type and the reference type. Okay, so we do have one more method which is called as the out parameter. So we'll explain this and we can close this particular topic. So let's try to explain this one, or do we want to take some break?
So no, after out method we
Yes.
will take a break or
Okay. So let's see the out method how it will work. Okay. So what we can do is so same thing what we can do here is this is the reference method. Control C. The third parameter, out parameter, I equal to 10. So what we can do is out simply out parameter. Here change this out parameter. Okay. Assign the j value. So what I can do is let's take this example. So before explaining this out parameter, let me give side point of out parameter. Next image. member with parameter method. Yeah, before explaining this out parameter, let me give some kind of overview on returning a value from a method. Before explaining the concept of out parameter, let me give kind of idea to return a value from a method. So let's see the example here. So let's have okay. So what I'm going to do is to see. So here what I'm going to do is I have a integer variable. I am declaring the integer variable like this. Integer I equal to 5, integer j equal to 5, and sum I want to calculate, product I want to calculate. Sum means like I plus j, product means I into j. Like that I want to calculate the sum and the product. Now the thing is, uh, if I want to achieve this thing, what I want to do, generally what we will follow is, we will create one method saying that static static void main, sorry, static void um, like arithmetic operation, arithmetic or calculate method. I just write this. Calculate is my method name, which will take two integer values, integer a comma integer b. Okay. Okay. And here what I can show, instead of returning the void, what I'm gonna do is integer. I'm gonna return the integer value, return a plus p, return a plus p. So what my method is to calculate integer a plus p, it is returning one value here. But my intention is or else calculate, yeah. Here my intention is with one method itself, I want to calculate the sum, and with one method itself, I want to calculate the product. So is it possible to do such thing with this method? Because from method, I can return only one value. From method, I can return only one value. As I mentioned, as an integer, I can return only one value. Either it is 20, 30, 40, whatever the value I have, I can just return it. As per this example, I equal to 5 and j equal to 5. If I call this method, for example, if I call and sum equal to that method name is calculate. If I pass I comma j values here, I can get the sum. Console.writeLine sum is 0 sum. I can get the output. But if you see same output with the same method, if I want to calculate the product, will it possible? Here this method is defined for this method is defined for addition. But same method, if I want to do for the product, what I need to do is I need to write one more method saying that product. Okay, then only I can do the operation here, product. Here instead of plus, now I can use this asterisk symbol to perform the multiplication. Okay.
Yes.
Now if you see here, I can write same thing. Right line product is product. I can write like this. Okay. One method is for sum. Okay, it's for simplify sum, and another method is for okay, sorry, or add, we can give it summation, as we already have the sum as a variable name, it is not taking that, so I'm giving it a summation. So it is summation we have one method, and for the product we have the another method. Okay, for the product we have the another method. With this summation method I can get the sum. With this product method I can get the product. I can get the product here. If that is the case, I need to have two methods to perform the two operations. Okay, here in CSharp.net we have one method, we have one type of a special parameter which is called as out parameter. With that, I can perform many operations with one method itself. I can perform any operation with one method. So let's see how we can do it. So Muzaffar and Raj, did you understand this concept first before going to out parameter?
Yes, Madan bhai.
Raj.
For Raj bhai, I think he went for some.
Okay.
He's mute.
Here, I'm here.
Yeah. So Raj, did you understand this concept? Basically, what I want to do is I want to do the summation. I want to do the like multiplication. Two operations I want to perform. So if I perform the two operation, basically what we will do, we will write two methods for that. For summation one method, for the multiplication one method. We will write two methods to perform the two operations. So why? Because from the method I can return only one value. I can't return summation and product from here. So I can return only one value from a method. So as we have the limitation, from a method we can return one value. So I have written two methods to perform the summation and multiplication here. Okay. So this is how we have performed. Now the thing is, I want to achieve the I want to achieve multiple operation from a single method. Now now the scenario is I want to achieve I want to achieve multiple operation with the one method itself. Then how we can write the code? So let's see how we can write that code here. So here writing this line of code, I'm going to commenting this one. Okay. So see how we are doing the same thing with the out parameter. With the out parameter, here I have declared same way I have declared the integer 5 and integer j, integer sum equal to 0 and integer product equal to 0. Okay. Now I have defined one method which is called as next number, sorry, this out parameter method, or else, sorry, this name what we can use with out parameter. With out parameter. Okay. Here what I am going to do, integer I, integer j. Along with this integer I and integer j parameter, we are declaring two more parameter which is called as out parameters. The output we are returning, so that's why we are taking as out parameter. Out integer sum, out integer product. Okay. Now what will happen? Sum I plus j, which is the sum. Product I into j, which is the product. Now if I refer my sum, now once I call this method, if I refer the sum and product, so that output will be reflect to here. Similarly to this ref method, the values become change from the called method to the calling method. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
So that's how we can retain the, we can get the multiple operation with out parameter. With the out parameter, we can do the multiple operation at a time. So if same thing, if I want to do, I have created the two methods here. One for summation and one for product. Instead of doing that one, what I'm doing here is, so I'm declaring a method with the I and j parameter and along with the out parameter as sum and product. With this product, sum and product, I'm calculating my values, sum and product. So similarly to this ref method, if I change the values in the called method, in out parameters, that values will be reflected to the calling method. That's why we can able to see the sum and product here. And if I run this one, sum is 10 and product is 25. 5 plus 5 and 5 into 5, which is 25. That kind of output I am able to get it because we use this out keyword. If I use this out keyword, if I have done something calculation here, that can be reflect to our calling method. Similarly to this reference type. So, but what is the difference between the ref and this out keyword is, the ref keyword, if I declare any ref keyword, you no need to initialize any value for that particular thing. Same operation I can perform with this ref keyword. Let me try that. So what I'm gonna do is, instead of doing this one, so ij, and here I'm going to declare. I'm not declaring any value here. I'm not declaring any value. Here instead of this, I'm going to change it to ref. Here also, instead of doing this, I'm going to change this to ref and ref. Okay. Now I can get the values from calling method to the calling method. Even I have used the same ref keyword. Okay. But the difference between the ref and out keyword is in declaration. If I use this ref keyword in terms of if I use this sum in terms of ref keyword, you should declare the default value for that. Then only it will work. But if I take the out parameter, you no need to declare the default value. It will simply work as it is. So that is the only difference between the ref and the out keyword. With the ref and out keyword, the intention is if I change something in the called method, those changes will reflect into the calling method. That is the main concept which we need to understand.
Yes.
Okay, so both ref and the out keywords will help us to retain the changes which is happened in the called method to the calling method. That is the,
Madan,
yeah,
Madan,
yeah,
yeah, I understood reference one and one more value in something, is that right?
correct, correct.
Reference, but I didn't understand the last one. What is that? Out parameter.
There is no difference between the ref parameter and out parameter. So both will work in a similar manner. That means if I change something in the called method, those changes will reflect to the calling method. So, but
Okay.
why they are using the two keywords here is, so if I use the ref keyword, here while declaring the value, I need to give the default value here. whether it is 0, -1 or 10 or something, you need to give the default value. But if I
Okay.
take the out parameter, you don't need to pass the default value. So that is the only difference.
Okay.
So the difference between the ref and the out parameter is in ref, while declaring the any ref parameter, you should give the default value. But in terms of out parameter, you don't need to give the default value.
Okay.
So that is
Okay.
the
Okay.
only difference between the ref and out keyword. But in terms of
Okay.
usage, both if I change something in the called method, those changes will reflect to the calling method in both the cases. Ref and out, in both the cases, the changes will be reflect. So that is the difference between the ref and the out keyword. Okay. So that is the thing, and let's take some break and we'll continue with the one. We have only one thing. If you do this, we can close this. If you're able to spend like 10 more minutes, we can close it up for this session.
Okay, Madan bhai, you continue.
Yeah. So only one thing which I need to explain to you is another one. What we have is a parameter array. What is this parameter array? Let's remove everything here and let's take one clean example to explain the concept of parameter array. Okay. So what is this parameter array? Let me declare one I value, or else a equal to 10 and integer b equal to 20. Okay, I do have two parameters and I want to perform the summation here. What we will do, for summation, let's write one method, public static public void add method, which is taking integer a comma integer b value, or integer I comma integer j values, whatever we want. Okay, so this is the method. Here what we can do is console dot write line sum is, we can pass it sum of two variables values is like this one, and here we can do the a plus b, which will give the sum, right? And we can call this add method directly and we can get the output. This is the one, and a and b we can pass it here, a comma b values we can pass it here. Okay,
Yeah.
this is the one way. Now the other scenario what I have is I have three variables here, d e integer f equal to 30. Okay, now the thing is I want to sum it up for three values. Here I have sum it of two values. Now the scenario is I want to sum it up three values. Now what we can do is simply we can copy it and we can create one more method with the same add name, but here we can pass it as integer c. Three parameter we can pass it. Here we have passed only two parameter and here we have passed three parameters. Okay, now what I can do is add method I can still call, but still it's showing whether you want to pass two parameter or whether you want to pass three parameter. Now I want to pass the three parameter, so d g f. I pass the three parameter and it will sum of it will give the three parameters th or the three values is a plus b plus c. So till now, you did you guys understand?
Yeah, Madan bhai, we are.
D plus F no, Madan.
Yeah, still I can use the any. This is the only variable name. So Raj, whatever we want, we can use it.
No, here you initialize D equal 10, E equal 20, F equal 20, right?
Yeah.
When you call the function as add, when you call for function, then we can here you should use in main method. In method function, you should use the D, E, F, right? Same variables.
Yeah, DEF
He's
we use it, right?
Okay.
yeah, but in the main method, in the he want to replace it with int def.
Yeah, we can still do that. No issue.
Okay, fine.
We can
Okay,
still
got it.
do this DEF, but still if you want to ABC, you can also use the ABC. Basically, this D will be replaced here, E will be
Yeah,
replaced here,
understand.
and F will be replaced. Okay, this is the thing. So basically, my intention is I want to sum the two values. I want to sum the three values, and again I need to sum the five values. Okay, but that time I need to create one more method, right?
Yes.
If I want to do the sum for five values, I need to do for another method where I can I can create the five variables to sum the five values. But how we can handle this scenario? I don't know whether my user will pass the five parameter. I don't know whether my user will pass the 20 parameters. I don't know my user will pass the 100 parameters. So if that is the case, how many methods we can create similar like this? We can't create, right?
Yes.
We can't create such kind of methods to handle the scenario. For this, what
Yes.
we have is in our C Sharp, we have one concept which is called as parameter array. Okay. So what does it mean is, so if I want to sum the values, what I can do is I can simply write one method with this input. Let me create one method. Same add method. Same add method only I'm going to create.
Okay.
But here I'm passing the params integer array numbers. Okay. And here what we can do is I'm writing simple line of code here. So for I equal to 0, number sum plus plus, and the sum is sum of given numbers. But okay, so this is how. And here calling method, what I'm going to do is add say. So if you see here, basically I have created three methods. First one will take only two parameters. Second method will take three parameters. But third method I am creating as a array here. That is which is a special array, params array here. With params array I am creating one more method. So for this first method I can only pass the two methods. For the second method I can only pass the three parameters. But the third method, whatever the parameters and how many parameters I want to pass, I can pass it like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and later I can increment 6, 6 and 7 and 8. Whatever the values I want to pass, I can pass it. We no need to create these two methods. We can avoid this one. If I pass two parameters,
Okay.
it will sum those two values. If I pass 100 parameters, it will sum those values. Okay, that's where our
Okay.
parameter params array will useful here. That's where our params array will be useful. Let me repeat again. So basically, we start with the add method with two parameter, and after that we have created one more add method with the three parameter. But the problem with this approach here is we don't know how many parameter, how many value the end user will sum. We don't know, because some people will sum 5 values, some people will sum 10 values, some people will sum 20 values. If that is the case, that kind of that many methods we can't develop here. We are not in a position to develop such kind of methods. For one parameter one method, two parameter two method, three parameter three parameters, four method five method, like that we can't create such kind of methods. For that, what CSharp done is they come up with an idea with the params array. With that, you can pass any kind of any number of values. If I pass a 2, it will take those two parameters and it will provide the output. We are using some for each loop, and we are submit up the values, and finally we are printing the values. Okay,
Okay, Madan bhai.
this is how our parameter array will help us to achieve the like any number like summation in our example. Okay. So this is the
Okay. For
concept
each
of
use, for each will different, right? For you?
for each loop will useful to iterate the collection. So
Yeah.
our collection
Different.
here is integer
Yeah.
numbers. So
That
that
is.
number we are using.
Yeah. That is functions, right? Parameters, right? Different for each different parameter collection of parameters.
For each is a looping conditional statement where you can iterate.
Generally, yeah. Generally, we use for each for the more number of parameters only, right?
Correct, correct. That is the array. Okay. So
Yeah. Right.
as we are array here, we are using same for each loop.
So you're using for each here. Okay. Got
Yes,
it.
yes. As we are array here, we are using the for each loop only. So that's how we are working with this particular parameter array. So parameter
So
array
for
will help us to take the any kind of any number of inputs, and it will provide the output.
for each you says this is used for iterating
Collections.
the value.
Yes, iterating
Iterating
the collection, basically array,
for the
list,
array.
something like that.
Okay.
Okay. So that is the thing. Let me quickly summarize the things, Muzaffar, from starting where we start and how we ended this one. So we started with this method. First we started with what is the method and what are the uses of method, and later we have seen how many types of methods are there. Static method is there, instance method is there. After that we have seen parameter method with the parameter and method without parameter. We have seen that, and after that we have moved to the concept of value type and the reference type and the out parameter, and after that we have seen this reference type parameter, reference type, sorry, after that we have seen this parameter array, so which is useful to get the any number of values.
Okay.
Okay. So that is all for today's